日本時間7月15日、ヤンキースのアーロン・ジャッジ選手は、オールスター戦の前日イベントに出席しました。ジャッジ選手は、イベント内で、米番組、ザ・パット・マカフィーショーに出演。そこで、司会者から、翔平大谷と殴り合いをしたことは何回ある？と、唐突に聞かれた、ジャッジ選手は、いや、1回もないよ。本当に一度も。彼は本当にいいやつだよ。この素晴らしい球界を代表する顔だよ。とコメントしました。また、その後の取材では、記者から、これまでの中で一番衝撃的だった瞬間を何か一つ挙げるとしたら？と聞かれたジャッジ選手は、やっぱり去年の50-50だね。とコメントし、続けてその理由を語りました。ここからは、その様子を見ていきます。
I see, obviously, there's an entire slew of international media right now. I assume that's Japanese media, but I don't want to get too, you get it. I think that's Japanese media over there.
Sure.
Lined up around Shohei.
Right.
Aaron Judge is hitting absolute bombs. You got Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh playing great. Feels like your stars are all playing great. How good is that for the MLB and sports as a whole?
Look, we feel like we have great momentum right now.
Yes.
You know, the rule changes helped. We're 3 years into them. They appear to be durable. You know, when you make a change, you want it to last, right?
Yes.
They appear to be durable, but you throw on top of that the influx of talent that we've had into the game. You know, Paul Skeens is a great example. I mean, nobody, you know, really knows about him, and then, you know, all of a sudden in 1 year, he's the guy, you know? I mean, he, you know, Aaron Judge, Shohei.
Scooble, too, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, another great example. And I'll tell you, you think it's crazy here. Our opener in Japan.
That was fun to watch, dude.
I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable.
You guys are you guys selling ads to Japanese companies?
Oh, yeah. Our Japanese business, we had a reception before game one, and it was our sponsorship group. So I thought, you know, I'm going to this party. I'm going to see the usual suspects, you know, our American sponsors. 25 Japanese companies, completely separate slate of companies. And, you know, our individual teams have taken advantage of it. The Dodgers, clearly, and, you know, the Cubs went with the Dodgers in that trip, and, you know, it was great for their business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Friend of the program.
You know, that's true. You know, and it's important to say that it's not just one guy.
Yes, agreed.
You know, exactly. It's a group of guys that have come here and made a difference. We're lucky. We got great players. We got some of our very best in big markets. And as a result, you know, our attendance and our ratings are really good.
Dream human, Aaron Judge.
Well said. Well said.
Judge. All rise, gentlemen.
Seriously. I don't know if you're going to be able to fit. You're a gigantic human being.
Don't worry about it. Aaron Judge. Hell yeah.
Ty, is there anything you'd like to say to Aaron here before we get started?
Yeah, I have 2 girls. If I do have a boy, I will be naming him after you. No pressure, but that is
Judge or Aaron?
Aaron. Maybe Aaron Judge Schmidt, potentially.
On that note, how does it feel to be the guy? I chit-chatted with him about you, and he talked about how you've really accepted and embraced the role of being the captain of the Yankees, being the face of the pinstripes, which is obviously a big deal to him and to your entire fan base. How has that been, becoming that guy? Because obviously we've seen you for a while. Gigantic human, all rise, we're hitting bombs. You've gone through your entire life publicly, seemingly, at this point. But how does it feel to be the guy in New York?
It's incredible. I wouldn't say I'm the guy. You know, I'm just another guy that's
Which is what the guy would say.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just trying to follow, just keep this legacy going. You know, the captains that came before me, you know, especially the last one, Jeter, you know, the way he went about it, the way he played the game, you know, the championships, just staying out of the spotlight, doing everything the right way. You know, I just try to kind of follow his lead and just kind of keep that legacy going. So then when I'm done playing, hopefully someone behind me is kind of taking the next torch and
it's an old school mindset. It really is an old school mindset. It feels like baseball has a lot of that inside of it, and we'll certainly ask you about that. You saying, like, not doing a lot of publicity, he was kind of forced to do this one, so we appreciate you. We like let people know Aaron Judge was not reaching out to get his face on a camera anymore. Kind of felt obligated to the MLB people because we asked about it for Ty, and also because we've been following you. This year, different. You're over 400 there for a while, and then we're talking about like a varsity player playing against JV. Does it look like a beach ball whenever you're in one of these zones, or what is it about this year, or maybe you just as a hitter as a whole?
It's just trying to get better every year. You know, we had a great season last year. Got all the way to the World Series. You know, we didn't finish the job, but you know, that's where I take the off season, kind of take a couple weeks to reflect and be like, hey, how can I get better? How can I help the team? You know, what things can I do personally to just kind of take that next level in my development? And we're just working on it. So
What
I
is
try
it?
not
Is
to
it
look at the
seeing the
stats.
ball better, or what is it? Like, how does that work? How do you get better at seeing the ball? How old are you?
33.
You're about to be Jesus. You make it one more year. Congratulations, and God bless him. But with that being said, how do you seeing the ball better? Is that something, or like take me as somebody who never played baseball?
Well,
How does a hitter get better?
Well, I think the cool thing about with the major leagues, like when you're working your way up through the minor leagues, you know, you're in high A, you do well there, they bump you up to double A. And now it's a whole new league, new pitchers, new players. You do well there, triple A. Well, in the big leagues, you're at the top. There's nowhere else to go. So you're seeing the same pitchers over and over and over again. The new guys kind of come up. They might stay there for a little bit. They're gone, but you see the same pitchers over and over. So I feel like just getting a chance to see the same guy and get more at bats, get a feel for it. You know, it's good things are usually going to happen more for the hitter.
How many times behind closed doors have you fist fought Shohei Ohtani?
Not once, man. He's a great guy. You know, great ambassador for this game. We're gonna get him back though. We'll see him down the road.
No, but you two, I just literally talked to Manfred about this, and I assume he's very grateful for you and all the stars in the league. But you and Shohei and Big Dumper and Scooble and Skeens, all the stars playing well is great for the league. Do you guys feel that for the league? Do you feel the momentum that you guys are kind of a part of right now with the league as a whole?
Yeah, baseball's in a great spot. I feel like just every stadium we go to, it's packed out. You know, just the publicity a lot of these guys are getting, you know, worldwide. You know, we're having fans all around the world watching this game, celebrating this game. It's something special. So, like you said, when the stars are out there playing their best, it's good things for the sport. That's for sure. And I got to say also, like, when I work out at the Yankee complex, this show is on 24/7. Just to let you guys know. So this I wasn't forced to do this when we heard about it. I was like, I couldn't wait to get on here. So it's special.
All
It's
right,
special.
That's awesome. I appreciate you.
Congratulations. And you know, the All-Star game is a pretty big and a pretty big the fiesta. At the same time, the World Baseball Classic is also the big thing. And how important for you to wear the Team USA jersey. And you know, that everybody is excited to see the Judge Ohtani matchup. How do you comment?
It's going to be fun. You know, it was an honor getting a call from D-Row to represent Team USA and be the captain. That's something I don't say lightly. I never got a chance to represent Team USA on my chest ever. So getting this moment is, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And like you said, it's going to be fun. You know, Japan won it all last time. So it'll be cool to, you know, go out there and try to fight for a title. They got a great team, and hopefully we can put together a pretty good team and see what happens. It's going to be fun. You know, anytime you can bring, you know, kind of the whole world together to watch some baseball like that, it's pretty special.
If you had to pick one moment out of
Out of Shohei's moments, I think the 50-50, you know, what he did last year, that's something pretty special. You know, the year before, or two years before that, we saw Acuna, you know, 40-70, whatever he did, which was, I kind of thought unheard of, and can't really do something like that. And to see Shohei, you know, last year have a 50-50 season, that's, you know, to have that type of power and speed is pretty special. Oh, definitely. I think if Barry Bonds played today, he'd have a 70-70 season. He's, you know, the greatest player to ever play. He's, you know, one of a kind. You know, he made this game look way too easy when I was a kid watching this. So I wouldn't put any limits on Barry Bonds, that's for sure.
Do you want to play against Shohei?
I've never thought about it. You know, I think if the fans would want that, I think that'd be pretty cool. But you know, I never really thought about that. Because I think the last one he did was it in Colorado, 21? So you'll have to ask him. You'll have to ask him if he wants to do another one. I don't know. You seem pretty tired after doing it in 21.
He come back as a pitcher this year. So what do you think about pitching?
He's an incredible pitcher, incredible player. You know, excited to see what they do with him. If they continue to build him up, you know, kind of keep him as an opener, kind of throw a couple innings to start a game. You know, who knows? You know, he's an electric player. The fans love watching him. He's great for this game. So I'm excited to see that he's, you know, kind of fully back and now being able to do both. Because when he first came in the league and was able to do that, you know, it was kind of unheard of. And I think we kind of take it for granted what he's able to do on a baseball field.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。